One of the most effective ways to suppress a people is by putting a device in place that will disassociate those people from their God, their spirituality, their culture, their history. So they put a device in place that would ensure their perpetual empowerment over the minds of those whom they deceive.
They found skin 9,000 years old and hair 9,000 years old. It goes on to say at the end, it said the extreme dry environment of the small cave, 15 by 25 feet, provided natural preservation of the soft tissues, and these remains were found buried under the remains of another man which had been ravaged by coyotes. Dancy says scientists believe man was in this area 11 to 12,000 years ago. I can tell you right now, I found another article about a man 9,200 years old in California near a place called Pyramid Lake. Pyramid Lake. Next. Now, more evidence. Arizona Gazette, 1909. Exploration of the Grand Canyon. Okay. It goes on to talk about mysteries of immense rich cavern being brought to light. Let me read this a little bit to you what it says in here, what they found here. It says, the latest news of the progress of the explorations of what is now regarded by scientists as not only the oldest archaeological discovery in the United States, but one of the most valuable in the world, which was mentioned some time ago in the Gazette, was brought to the city yesterday by G.E. Kincaid, the explorer who found the great underground citadel of the Grand Canyon during the trip from Green River, Wyoming, down the Colorado River in a wooden boat to Yuma several months ago. The archaeologists of the Smithsonian Institute, which is financing the explorations, have made discoveries which almost conclusively prove that the race which inhabited the mysterious caverns hewn in solid rock by human hands was of Oriental origin, possibly from Egypt, tracing back to Ramses. Understand, at the turn of the century, when you heard the word Oriental, it was synonymous with the word Egyptian. They always taught that Egypt was in the Middle East. The Middle East, Asia, trying to detach Egypt from Africa. But it's clear to let you know that, Egypt is in Africa. Okay? Goes on to say, if their theories are borne out by the translation of the tablets engraved with hieroglyphics, the mystery of the prehistoric people of North America, their ancient arts, who they were and whence they came will be solved. Egypt and the Nile and Arizona and the Colorado will be linked by a historical chain running back to ages which stagger the wildest fancy of the fictionists. Okay? This is about 100 years ago, huh? You heard about this before? The Grand Canyon? Come on! Okay, let me see. Hieroglyphics. Now check this out. This is so deep. I love this. Me and my family, we've been to Grand Canyon a couple of times, okay? Here it says, on all of the urns, on walls over doorways and tablets of stones that were found by the image, are the mysterious hieroglyphs, the keys to which the Smithsonian Institute hopes yet to discover. These writings resemble those found on the rocks above the valley. They say they got hieroglyphics on rocks above the valley in the Grand Canyon. Now, who wrote hieroglyphics? Okay? The ancient people of Egypt. It goes on to say, these writings resemble those on the rocks about the valley. The engraving of the tablets probably had something to do with the religion of the people. Similar hieroglyphs have been found in the peninsula of the Yucatan, but these are not the same as these found in the Orient. Some believe that the cave dwellers... Anyway, you got what I'm saying here. Now look at the bottom right here. It says, the tomb or crypt in which the mummies were found. Next. They got mummies, not one mummy, got mummies in the crypts and tombs of Grand Canyon. Now look here. I'm going to show you this. This is a map of the Grand Canyon, okay? Here you have Cheops Pyramid, the Tower of Ra, Osiris Temple, Temple of Set. You got Isis. You got Buddha Temple here. You got the Brahma Temple, Deva Temple. Okay. Why would they name these places after these people? They knew who was here. It just so happens this is the same location where they found the caves. Okay. Next. This is another picture of the Grand Canyon I have here. You can see here Isis Temple here. Here's Osiris Temple. Next. Now, here's a pyramid near Atlanta, Georgia. Anybody been to Atlanta recently? You visited the pyramid there? Next. It talks about and the cumulative evidence, it says, let me get down here to excuse me now. There we go. The accumulation of evidence makes a convincing case of the emergence of permanent social systems thousands of years earlier than we thought, says Atlanta-based National Park Service archaeologist Michael Russo, who recently fixed the date at a mound complex near Marco Island, Florida at 4,800 years. It changes our whole view of prehistory in North America. Okay, next. This is a picture of the side of that pyramid. Next. Right here on this pyramid, you have this elaborate road, well engineered, symbol of serious civil engineering. Okay. And a pyramid near Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, next. Geometric ramps lead to the top of this ancient astrological observatory. Next. Here you have another good article. The problem with Poverty Point was not the mound's ridge, it was the site's age. 3,000 to 4,000 years old. I'm going to bring it home to Baton Rouge right now. Southern University, listen close, Southern University. It says, 2 Poverty Point archaeologists, Dr. James Ford, Dr. Bill Haig, conducted emergency excavations of Mount Sanyo mounds near Baton Rouge. The mounds were leveled shortly after they completed their work. They uncovered permanent evidence of structure under one of the mounds. Charcoal from that mound dated more than 2,000 years earlier than Poverty Point. If Poverty Point is the oldest, and right here in Baton Rouge you got something 2,000 years older than Poverty Point, who was here? And it goes on to say, and this is so deep, 2 archaeologists decided not to publish the dates from the site. After all the disbelief over the age of Poverty Point, they knew no one would accept the very early dates from Mount Sanyo mounds. Between 78 and 82, dates from 3 additional mound sites in South Louisiana predated Poverty Point by over 1,500 years. Banana Bayou, just near Opelousas, Hornsburg near Lafayette, and the LSU campus mounds. The results, here it is now. Why don't you know about this? The results were overlooked by professional community outside Louisiana because mounds of that age simply should not exist.
This land currently remains a free and sovereign land, protected by the national and international law, as provided for in the Maison Rouge and the Bastrop land grants. Her Highness Vertice Tiari Washitaw Turner Gaston L. Bay, the current reigning empress of the Washitaw de Demandia. The Washitaw Turner family waged a very long legal battle in the American courts to secure the Washitaw land protected by the grants.
Many of us, as we learn our identity, who we are fully embracing that knowledge and also acting upon that knowledge. Acting to actually come together again as a cohesive group of people, as a nation, and regain ownership of our land. One of the main points that I would like to emphasize about the Washitaw is that we are still here. Some of the larger community here in America would like to have people believe that the indigenous people of this land no longer exist, or that they are all Indians tucked away on reservations somewhere, when actually we are still very much here. We have always been here.
I guarantee you, take this back to your pastor. Take that back to him or her and let them deal with that. And if they can't deal with it, you don't need to be there.
That's right.